welcome to another 21st Legion tutorial. I'll be your basing monkey for this evening. My name's Brynley, and what we're going to be doing this evening is we're going to be doing some urban bases. In fact, we're going to be making this little urban base right here in front of you. And it may not, or may include, the piece of barbed wire that we may or may not have shown you how to make in a previous tutorial. Alright, let's crack on into it. For this tutorial, you're going to need a couple of things. First of which, being a basing tutorial, is you'll need a base. This is just a base that I picked up in my basically bin of projects or that I haven't finished, or the bin of disappointment, as I've recently started calling it. Doesn't have to be clean. It's going to be a base after all. Should be pretty interesting. Next thing you're going to need is some glue. I just use normal, standard, run-of-the-mill, cheapo PVA glue. Nothing exciting, nothing too expensive. Next thing you're going to need is some super glue. Now, this item isn't essential, but I just find it a little bit easier to use to adhering non-plastic things to a base. Next thing you're going to need is, you can see over here, a little bit of corkboard. This is excellent basing material, I find. Absolutely fantastic. Would recommend it. You can get it in rolls, like really big rolls, for like $4 or $5. It's a great deal. You'll need the old favorite, a little bit of sprue, so we can cut up and decorate the base. Because we're doing this, we're not going to use fancy stuff, we're just doing this on a budget. You'll need some sort of basing grout. Now, believe it or not, but this is just playground sand, a bit of corkboard, and some cat litter. I'm not proud of it, but it works. Another thing you're going to need is some aquarium rocks. You don't need a huge bag like this, but it's just cheaper to buy in bulk. You can get it anywhere that sells fish stores, like live fish, pet barn, pet stores, I don't know. You're also going to need a scalpel, your parrot beak pliers, and you may or may not recognize this, but a little piece of barbed wire that we may or may not have made in a previous video. Oh, and you'll also need a brush that you don't like, and a container. That's for mixing glue. Alright, let's get on with it. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to get a cup, we're going to get our glue, and we're going to put some glue in the cup. Not heaps, don't have to do a lot, you just have to have enough in there to basically, you're going to do what you need to do. Now, this is a little bit thick, so I'm just going to throw a little bit of water in there. Doesn't have to be much, we're just going to use it to mix it up. I just used I used a little syringe, Nurofen, thank you, to throw some water in. I just find it's easier and more accurate to apply different things. I'm just going to get in there with the water, and we're just going to mix it up till it's a nice, even, sort of not even even, just a little bit more, just a little bit less goopy. Alright, so we're going to then grab our base, and we're just going to throw a couple of dabs of glue at the top here, and we'll throw some down the bottom as well, why not? And why not, we'll just throw some at the top here. Alright, so with the glue on there, just grab a couple of your aquarium rocks, and just pop them on. Doesn't have to be too fancy. You just kind of make it look like a little cluster, little cluster of rocks, a little cluster of fallen rocks that's come down in a city. Alright. Alrighty, next step, what you're going to do is that you're just going to get a bit of your corkboard, and you just want to put it onto the other bit of glue that you put down just before. And then with the last bit, grab a little bit of, just grab your sprue. It doesn't have to be even or anything. Just give it a cut. Just drop a couple of bits off. Just make them fairly straight. Doesn't have to be too fancy or too accurate. And then just what you want to do, just want to place them so that they're going to stick to where you want them. Alright, so this is where we're at. We've got our little cluster of rocks. As you can see over here, we have our corkboard and we have our sprue. But what would a battlefield be without a little bit of barbed wire just lying around the place to get tangled up in people's feet? So here's a bit where we're going to be using our super glue. Alright, so here's how I attach my barbed wire to my base. So basically, I get the super glue, take the lid off, so you can just see it, just a little bit. What you want to do, you just want to squeeze just a little bit so you can just see the super glue, and then you just want to dip it, just want to add a little bit of contact to it because this stuff's really strong. Don't have to use this, you don't even have to use super glue. And all you have to do is just slam it down on a base. This stuff will adhere to absolutely everything. And look at that, and I can guarantee you in like 30 seconds it's going to be dry and good to go. Alright, so now that you've got your barbed wire attached, we are nearly done with this. All we've got left is to basically use our sand to fill in the gaps, but we can't do that just yet because we've got to fill the whole thing in with glue so the sand's got something to stick to. So like literally, don't worry about being messy. It's a base. People are going to hopefully be focusing on your miniature more. So basically we're just going to dump a whole bunch of glue around. Don't worry if it's not dry yet. Look, you can wait till it's dry if you really need to. Surfaces, don't leave them out because they're going to get dirt on them as well, including the rocks. Alright, so look, that's... Oh, hold on, just try and show what I'm doing there. Look at... Hopefully we'll just fast forward through that bit. That was probably really boring. Put the brush away. Now, grab your sand, big pile of sand. You're just going to toss it in there, and then using your fingers, or you can just dump it in. You can just swash it about. I'll actually just get this up here. I'll show you what I'm doing. What you want to do, just want to grab it, and then you just want to, that's how you do it, and then you leave it for a bit. Alright, so I've left the base in the sand for a little bit so everything's got a chance to dry, and I've just pulled it out now. As you can see, it's looking pretty good. A little bit of cat litter and sand. I'm going to clarify that the cat litter is clean. Don't use cat litter, that's just weird unless you're really into basing Nurgle miniatures, and by all means do so, but then seek help immediately afterwards. And but this one's looking really good. We've got our barbed wire, we've got our rocks, we've got our little bit of corkboard at the top, and we've got our sprue. It's all looking really good. I'm actually really happy with it. Usually I'm pretty unfazed by my bases, but this one I'm really happy with. Look, if you like what we've done here, definitely check out the rest of our videos on the 21st Legion YouTube channel. If you really like our stuff, check out the Legion of Wargamers Facebook page. That's where all of us are at. Great group of guys. Really enjoy supporting the local community. really big here. But yeah, tune in to the next video for how we're going to paint this bad boy. Alright, catch you all later.